What are their thoughts and feelings about you? What's helping and what's blocking this connection? Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me, Mystic Mia Moksha, for another love pick card reading. We're looking at how they feel and what they think about you, and then what might be blocking and helping this connection from their side. But we're also looking at all these energies from your side as well. I just finished the readings and there are some strong energies that come through. It's very specific, so you'll be able to know if the pile is there for you or not. There are some piles where it's like, okay, this is the extreme of the energy, but I also refer to like what the more mild version of those energies are. And although I read for all situations, whether you're single, in a relationship, just started dating, or little to no communication, or whatever your situationship is, Spirit often lets me know if the reading is more geared towards a specific situation than another. And so I definitely mentioned that in the reading. So I hope you enjoy this reading, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 5 with the red calcite. We're looking at their thoughts and feelings towards you. So let's start with how they feel about you. Hunger in reverse. Okay, so I feel like they feel satisfied. So if you know me, I read for all kinds of connections. So whether you're in little to no communication, whether you're dating this person for a short time, you're in a relationship long term, or this is someone new, or someone from the past. If this is someone from the past, they're happy with how things went or how things ended, and they're satisfied. They're not really interested in reopening this connection. If this is someone you're currently connecting to, currently communicating with, in a relationship, dating or something, or even just staying friends for a while, or giving each other space, whatever the situation is currently, they are satisfied. They're happy with how things are going, and it's exactly where they want it to be. Ace of Wands, yeah. They do feel like there's a spark here between the two of you. So if you know that they're not interested in a relationship, they're letting you know that like they acknowledge that there's a spark here, but that's all they kind of are interested in. Like they're not really interested in pushing the connection forward. If you're currently dating this person and this is kind of new, or this current there's kind of new energy coming back into a long-term relationship, they're acknowledging that they're ready to take action, that they've had enough space. You two have kind of been at this level for a while, and they're ready to kind of take it up a notch. So they are feeling really good with where things are with you. Okay, what are their thoughts? I'm absolutely in love with you. And it came out kind of face down, like in reverse. So I feel like if you know, like if you're with this person right now, you're talking to them, they are absolutely in love with you. No doubt about it. They're ready to level things up. They're really happy with where things are in the connection, and they're ready to go. If you are no longer in connection with this person, it's little to no communication, this is something or someone from the past that you're not really communicating with right now, they want you to know that they definitely felt a real spark there, and they definitely felt that there was potential for something here, but they were in love with you in that moment, in that time, and that time has completed. That moment has completed. So that will always exist in that time and space, but they're really content with where they are in life now, and how things are going for them right now. Okay, so let's see their thoughts. Knight of Wands, yeah. So if this is little to no communication, if you're hoping for them to come back, they're gonna say like it's not going to happen. If it does, it's going to be like a one-time thing, a quick in and out, quick conversation, a quick one-night stand, a quick accidental bump in, but that's at the most. If this is someone you have a real connection with, you're talking to them now, you're in a connection with them now, they're saying that very soon you're going to see them take action on their love for you, on leveling up this connection. Very cool. All right, so let's really quick just go over how you might be feeling and thinking about them. So the flow, okay, because you might feel like they're kind of this like stagnation, or like you're kind of doubting or like second guessing, like why isn't things flowing? Like why aren't we naturally kind of in sync and moving into the next thing? And Spirit is telling you, no, things are flowing, things are good. Like, you know, if you're in connection with your person, things are flowing, things are moving in a good direction. It just might not seem that way outwardly. They might not have told you that because they're so happy with you. But they are, if you're wondering like where they are in this connection, how they feel about moving this connection forward, they will be connecting with you very shortly. They are going to take action towards you, telling you how they're very content with this connection and how they're ready to level up. So if you feel kind of like stagnation or like questioning, like, hey, are we still good? Or hey, are we still kind of moving, you know, onward and upward? Like, are we expanding? Are we growing? You're going to get that answer like very soon, like today, tomorrow, like within a week at most, but like very, very soon. If you are trying to connect with someone that you are no longer in a strong physical connection with, it does feel like the flow of communication telepathically and energetically has slowed down. There might be still some there, but it does feel like, and even energetically, this connection is coming to a close, and you might be feeling that through like less sign synchronicity, less of them in dreams, less visions of them. Even energetically, this connection is slowly kind of turning off the water in this flow, because it feels like they're satisfied with where the connection is, and in order for this connection to be very strong and divine, it has to go both ways. You both need to want it, and they're very satisfied, so they're kind of like cutting off the water flow slowly and gently, so you can still work with their higher self, still work with their energies. They're still connecting with you energetically, but it's going to be less and less and less so. Okay, so what do you think? Let me have you, yeah. Because I do feel like if you're in little to no communication, or if this is someone who is done with the connection, but you are not, they definitely feel the more aggressive energy from your side of like, no, I want you and I don't want anything else. And so that's why they leave. Their higher self is leaving the water on for you. So you can gently kind of use their energies until you kind of wane off this idea, this life path that is never going to manifest, right? Okay, but like they're allowing you to kind of use their higher self, use their energies to kind of for your self-healing, because this is like spirits being like, you need to focus on yourself. Like, this is not good, right? If they don't want the connection but you strongly do, right? This is kind of like a, hey, I'm not cutting you off completely. My energy is still going to be there for you. Use it until you need it, but please don't interrupt my physical life. I'm very content with where I am right now. This is what I choose of my free will. If you are currently in a connection with your person, sorry, I know it's a little bit confusing that I'm going back and forth between if you have a strong connection with this person and if you don't, but I'm connecting to two groups that pick this pile, and very strongly, so I have to address both. But I'm getting, if you are in connection with your person and this is a good connection, you have a good physical relationship with them, like I feel like you love them as deeply as they love you, mind, body, and soul, I'm getting. And you want to know what's going on with them. You want to know their thoughts, their feelings, and, where is this connection going, and what are their dreams and desires, what's next for the two of you. Like, you want to be in this kind of flow state with them. You kind of want to create with them, and you're kind of like, you're a little bit like kind of MIA recently. Like, just kind of want to check in what's going on here. And they're telling you, like, they're going to come in and they're going to, explain to you how they feel and how they're ready to level up and their thoughts, and they want to know your thoughts, and they're ready to kind of take some action. So you might be feeling it more intuitively, that they're ready to kind of merge with you strongly at this time, meaning like connect with you deeply at this time and kind of tell you what's on their mind, tell you what's in their heart in regards to you in this relationship. So you do have that coming very, very soon. Today, tomorrow, within the week at most. And that's why your body is sensing that and picking that up on that. Okay, so what is blocking them in this connection right now? What is blocking them in this connection right now? 3 of Cups. Okay, so if you're in connection with this person, in good physical connection, they are taking some time away from other people to focus on you. The Star card. But for a second, they kind of needed to be away from you as well, just to kind of figure out what is it that they actually do want. For not just like you in the relationship, but also for themselves. So they just kind of needed a second. You could probably see them taking a break, not hanging out with their friends and family as much. Just kind of being in their own minds and taking time to themselves just to kind of figure out what they want before they kind of tell you. And so this might come off as I'm taking also time away from you. And Spirit is saying, like, that's fine. They can do this kind of inner work away from people, but at this time, they could probably benefit from their friends and family and from communicating with you. That's probably why your higher self, your intuition is like, why aren't they talking to me? Why aren't they talking to me? Why aren't they telling me, all these things? And, you're kind of right. Your intuition is right. Like, they would be better off talking to you, talking to their closest friends and confidants at this time, but they prefer to do it by themselves, which it's fine, but it might just take them a little bit longer to come to the conclusions, to figure out the things that they want to figure out. Don't worry, they are going to be coming to you soon. I think they're going to figure out sooner rather than later that, like, it would be to their advantage and both of your advantages to kind of talk through it with you rather than and figure it out with you rather than just kind of figure it out and then tell you, which doesn't always work for everyone, but which is why they might be like, oh, it's better for me to figure it out first and then tell them. No, sometimes even if you don't know how you're feeling about the other person or what you want in the connection, sometimes if you're with the right person, if you're someone who you have good synergy with and can talk to, you can figure out your feelings while talking to that person. You can figure out what you want, your desires, and for the relationship or for yourself with your person. That's what they're for. If you're with the right person, right? So they're gonna figure that out. If you're not in a good physical connection with your person, I feel like they are really enjoying their life right now, just hanging out with their friends and family. Many of them don't even have interest in a romantic situation right now. They just kind of want to hang out with friends and be with people that they care about right now. So they really don't want like an ex coming back into the picture or someone that can like disrupt their flow. They're in a really good place right now in their life and they're just happy to be in that place. So they really would rather not have a disruption of their current state of affairs, their current life. Okay, so what's helping them in this connection right now? The Lovers. Okay. So if you're in a good connection with your person, they are definitely really love focused. They're focused on this connection and taking action, expressing how they feel. They're really happy, satisfied. 5 of Cups. I feel like they can see like how you kind of support them and help them in the things that they lack in their life or things that they feel like they can improve on. And they're so grateful for that, because they're looking back at other relationships, other past romantic relationships that they have, but also just friendships and people that they relied on for support and help. And they're realizing that they weren't really there for them, or they didn't really add to their life and help them in the things that they needed help in, even like little minor things, like maybe they had a diet that they wanted to work on, and people in their past or connections that they have that aren't really good didn't really help them, support them. They kind of, ragged on them for it, or, kind of always brought in a lot of like tests, like the things that were not suitable for their diet, and really tested them. And it was like not the right energy to kind of support the good things for them. And so they recognize in you so many of the things that you actually help them with. And they're so supremely grateful that with the small things, the big things, the friendship things, the romantic things, and even their own individual personal goals, you help them, you support them, you encourage them, and they're really grateful. And that makes them want to just do that much more for you, and like level up the connection, and hang out with you more. That's essentially what they're saying when they're saying that they want to level up this connection with you. They're basically saying they want to hang out with you more and be more of a support system and be more involved in each other's lives. And now let's look into what's blocking you in this connection. The Magician. And yeah, the communication card in reverse. So I'm getting that what's blocking you right now is that you might feel kind of like left out kind of in this connection, because like it's like you have all the tools to help this person, and like you're like, I want to help you, I want to guide you, I want to be there for you, I want to like listen to you, be a confidant, be someone that can hear you. I can give you resources. I can tell something is going on. I can be that person you can talk to and figure this out and work this out with. And it bothers you that they're not using you as that resource, that they're not talking to you, that they're not like, you're like, I can be that person for you. And it's annoying you because you know it too. So like Spirit's like, yeah, like that can be frustrating. But like, don't worry, they're working on how to kind of include you in on the process. They've been just kind of taught the opposite, or they taught themselves, because when they often gone to the people that were supposed to help them, that were supposed to be supportive, like their past relationships and their past like friendships, or whatever, family relationships, whatever, their closest people that they talked to in the past, they weren't the right people. So they learned to kind of keep things to themselves and come to the connection only when they have their thoughts figured out. And so they're unlearning that. Okay. And if you are not in a good physical connection with your person, what's blocking you is feeling like they're meant to talk to you. And you might be attacking them energetically, even though you might not think so, in every single possible way, asking, what are they up to in their life? What are they, what would they want to say to me? Checking in their energies too much, using tarot or other things, maybe messaging them too much and feeling like, why aren't they talking to me? Like maybe seeing them on social media and seeing that they're like, that they're kind of going through something that you can help them with, and you're like, why aren't they talking to me? Why aren't they talking to me? And feeling like that you might be their only person that can understand them and help them that they should be with. And it's kind of like releasing that energy that is going to be helpful for you with this specific person you're thinking about and in future connections in love. Kind of being like releasing the fact that they have to talk to you or they need to talk to you, or the wrong thing is that they're not talking to you, that they cut off communication, like blaming it all on them or putting it all on them, or reaching out to them too much without getting anything back, knowing that that's not the right way to be, but them being so generous into allowing you to use their energy to heal that part of you, that misunderstanding, that need to be with someone who clearly is letting you know that it's better, highest and best good for them to not, like figuring that kind of stuff out. Okay, so what is helping you in this connection? The Empress, how cute. Okay, I love this like purpley pink. Okay, energy. So if you're in a good connection with your person, the Empress, and the Six of Wands, like you are in your most highest and best authentic version of yourself. You're doing great. You're living life exactly how you're meant to. You're connecting with someone exactly how you're meant to. Your relationship is going exactly how it's meant to. This is perfect. This is ideal. This is divine. This is awesome. I love your energy. Pile 5. I love your energy. If you are in a good connection like this in the physical with this person, in a healthy relationship, in a loving relationship, everything is above board, like beyond above board. It's like it's everything your spirit guides and spirit team could ever dream of for the two of you. It's awesome, and you're going to see success. You're going to see like they're like, as soon as you think like, oh, like I wish I could be there for them, but you know what, I'm gonna give them space and let them know that like they can come to me, and this is what I would be like if they did come to me, and you're doing all the right things, and they're taking action immediately as soon as you feel that like, oh, I wish they could come to me. Within a few days they're like, yeah, like I feel I can come to you. That's how good this and healed and awesome this connection is, that you two are working well together, very synergistically. If you are not in a harmonious physical connection with your person, Spirit is saying you picked the path of wanting to be in a divine partnership. And this person was one step closer, a huge, giant step closer to that divine partnership. You did the things, what to do, the inner work, the healing, the shadow work, and all that stuff. You are doing that kind of work, and you are successful. Allow yourself to use their energies to heal and grow and learn. And then Six of Wands, successfully move forward, knowing that you conquered what you're meant to conquer with this lesson, with this person, successfully. And that you will have victory. You will be in your highest and best energies, and your highest and best divine counterpart relationship that you want and choose for yourself. Beautiful pile 5. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you resonated with it, liked it, or just want to support me, I really appreciate a like or comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 18 with the Angelite. We're looking at their thoughts and feelings towards you and what's blocking and helping this connection. So let's start with their feelings. How do they feel about you? Balance in reverse. Okay, so they feel like there's not like an equal give and take in terms of love and thoughts and feelings with each other. So let's see, clarification. The Wheel of Fortune, yeah. And they feel like it's like things have come to a head, like things have come to a point, a climax, like a understanding. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, well, what are their thoughts? I dream about you a lot, too much. Okay, so I feel like they feel like they like you more, like way, way more than you like them. They feel like it's really totally unbalanced, like where they are in this connection and where you are in this connection. They feel like they think about you, help you, dream about you, romanticize about you, think you're more attractive, think about you throughout the day, think about how they can help you improve this connection throughout the day. And overall, think about more serious things and more smaller things, and love you way more than you do them. So, Queen of Swords, yeah. They think that, like, they think that you know this because of the way that you talk to them. They feel like you're a little bit more blunt. They feel like you when you talk, like, you kind of imply how you feel about them. They feel like they can pick up on, like, how you feel about them and how much you've thought about them based on how you communicate and how much you communicate to them. So whether that's right or wrong, that's what they think. So let's quickly look at your feelings and thoughts towards them. Isolation, yeah, because you feel like you're on this island alone. So even if they might be thinking and feeling about you this incredibly much, they're not telling you. So you're over here on island being like, oh, this person doesn't really care about me or feel that deeply about me. If they did, they would tell me. So you respond in kind. You're like, you're not gonna obviously gush about your feelings and talk about how much you're thinking about them and thinking about the future and what you want to say to them that day and like little thoughts throughout the day. If they're not giving you that kind of energy back, so you're here like in isolation, being like, I'm responding appropriately. Like, I don't, like, what are you talking about? You're not telling me this. You're not telling me how you feel about me or think about me. I'm totally alone here. I'm single. Or like, it feels like I'm single. Or I'm like off on this island. You haven't even mentioned this to me. How am I supposed to guess? I can't assume. I might pick up on things here and there that you might like me or something, but how am I supposed to know? Ace of Wands. Okay, so your thoughts are like, especially right next to this Queen of Swords, like, I feel like you're someone who like says what's on their mind. It says how they feel. Like, if you want to be with someone, you let them know, like, hey, I kind of want to be with you. Like, I like you, or I want, this is what I need for the relationship. This is what I need from you. This is, this is a space and time I need for my own personal goals. Like, this is what support I need. This is how I receive love. This is what, like, you're very direct, very straightforward. But they're not like that at all, I'm getting. So that's why it's kind of a little bit confusing. But with the Wheel of Fortune here, it's kind of like the connection has been out of balance for so long that there is some like energy where it's like it was building and building and building, where it's about to kind of like burst onto the scene. All right, so let's see what is blocking them in this connection right now. Six of Cups with the Two of Swords. Yeah. Okay, so it feels like they were not really making a decision, if they, it seemed like to you that they weren't making a decision, but in their minds, they did make a decision, kind of, mostly. It's so annoying, right? Like, I feel like they kind of came to a conclusion of what they want in this connection or how they feel about you or what they want in the future. They mostly came to an idea, but they hadn't come to an absolute decision. And so they didn't tell you any of that. They didn't tell you that they were thinking about you, thinking about this connection, or have a decision mostly figured out. So you're just like, okay, nothing's happening. But they did see the two of you kind of being together, what's not good here is that there were many times where they should have told you what was going on, their thought process, where they are in their decision making process. Because for you, you're like, all right, they don't want to be with me. We're separating. We're slowly kind of like going our own different ways. We're slowly letting this connection kind of fizzle out. When they were thinking the opposite, and they were in their minds taking steps in the connection forward, but to you there's like no steps being made forward, and they had many opportunities to do so. So that's what's blocking them, is them not being like telling you, like, because I feel like you're such a strong personality that you're like, this is what I need, this is what I feel about the connection, like this is the status of our connection now. Whereas they kind of feel like they need to figure everything out completely before they tell you. But by the time that they do that, you're already probably out the door. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, so what can help them in this connection? What can help them? Ace of Swords, yeah, opening up communication, breaking that habit, breaking that cycle. I feel like this is, Wheel of Fortune. I feel like this has happened many, many, many times. Two of Cups. And the sad thing is that they feel so strongly about you, and they have that much deep love, true love for you. But I feel like they're their own worst enemy here. Like, they're the only ones that are blocking themselves. It's like, if they just kind of, I'm getting like, break the habit of communication. So like, I feel like the way that they were communicating, or their lack of communication, or their communication style, was like what was blocking them. And the only way to kind of break it is to try it. Like, you're not going to be perfect at first, but the only way that you can like improve your communication style and get better at it, especially with your person, is to keep doing it until you get better at it. And so they need to break that cycle. And I feel like it's come to the point where things have been so out of whack, and like, it's so many thoughts and feelings that they're eventually going to burst and say that. But, I feel like, I mean, it depends on the person, but I feel like a lot of you are kind of like, it's too late, or too much damage has been done. Like, you could have said something so many times and you didn't. Like, at least in your next connection, you'll have this problem solved. Too bad it wasn't with me when I was like reaching out to you. So I do feel a little bit of resentment here. Let's see what's blocking you in this connection. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, I do feel this sense of like, you've been doing so well on your own, or you've been preparing to kind of be on your own. Like, you put a lot of energy and effort into your life, I'm getting. And you put a lot of energy and effort into this connection, that you're kind of like, all right, it seems like I'm better off alone than when in this connection. Or like, I put in so much physical effort into this connection and they didn't. So, I might as well put all that energy and effort into my own life and stuff like that. So I do feel like Spirit is acknowledging, here we go. Spirit is acknowledging that, you're onto something. That definitely rings true. Like, you did the big work. You reviewed. You said what was on your mind. You made the tough decisions. You did the inner work. And I feel like, because the Judgment is kind of like a decision also. And they have the 2 of Swords. Like, they couldn't get to like making one small decision, where you're over here making a lot of big decisions. And in terms of love, in terms of your relationship, in terms of your person, in terms of your own life, you're making big decisions left and right, to keep growing as an individual, to keep your love life moving forward. And they're here and they can't make one small decision. Doesn't mean that they don't love you so much and that they think about you a lot, like very, very frequently, very often, maybe even more than you do. But if they can't express that or make even a small decision, like, that's a problem. That's a problem with someone who is, a go-getter, a decision maker. It feels like this person might have been slowing you down. Okay, so let's look at what's helping you. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, Poly team. You have a lot of abundance coming in right now. It's like already started. Specifically money, specifically with your career, specifically with your health, things that involve you personally. A lot of physical things are going well, and Spirit is like letting you know, like, all that energy you put into the connection, all that physical action you took in the connection, it wasn't all for nothing. Because you're like, great, I helped this person kind of open up their communication so, like, they can have a better relationship with other people, romantically and platonic, in the future. But what does that leave me? Like, I helped this person, and great, now I spent all this time trying to help them, trying to help the relationship, and now I changed it to focus on myself and work hard, and now I'm doing well. Like, great, that's awesome. Helping someone else, perfect, wonderful. I'm moving on. But Spirit is saying, like, don't worry, all that is not lost. Like, all the physical action that you took in moving this connection forward, working on yourself in terms of romantic relationships and your inner work, your healing and stuff like that, it's manifesting in the physical through money, work, and health. So you're all primed and ready for a beautiful new connection that is not going to have this communication issue that you clearly do not have. This person was literally brought into your life for you to finally work on these physical things. Because I feel like you're with the Queen of Swords here, the Ace of Wands, swords and wands being very, like, spiritual elements, the air and fire. Like, this person came into your life so you can work on more of the physical aspects of life. So now you're seeing the rewards for your hard work, and you're going to find someone that matches you. Not saying that this person can't be that for you. It all depends on you. It's like, it depends on, like, because this person has the potential to kind of get there as well. But I feel like you feel so isolated. You feel so lonely in this connection. It's going to be, it's kind of like seal the deal for you. I feel like you doing all this by yourself in the connection, in your own life, your personal life, and in the connection, you're like, okay, I'm done. Like, I feel like you might still have warm feelings towards this person, but it's kind of like, yeah, like, no, I was basically by myself moving the connection forward and my life forward, and you were, like, nowhere to be seen. Like, you were MIA. So I feel like you're kind of over it. It's hard for people. I'm not saying you can't have a relationship and a really good one with this person, but it'll take a while for them to get practiced enough to have good communication style with you. You definitely can if you have the time to do that, and you feel this is the right connection for you. You could definitely still, like, salvage this connection. But I feel like for most of you, and for most of us in general, it's hard to kind of not associate that person with those behaviors. And that's why it's really not the best idea to go back to an ex or go back to a relationship that you knew failed for certain reasons, because you'll always kind of see them in that light. Even if they change, it's going to be hard for you to kind of change the way you view them, and that might take a long time. So that it will take a long time to get past your prejudices and for them to improve their communication skills. So it's still possible if you absolutely want this. But I feel like most of you are have moved on mentally, emotionally, and even physically. So what I want to leave you with, Pile 18, is that you did it. Spirit is congratulating you. Literally, like, you did the work, and you're going to see physical results of it. Money, career, and health. Watch that happen, Pile 18. within the next like 8 months, just gradually more and more evidence of that. All right, so I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, I really appreciate a like or comment. It really means a lot to me. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 33 with the orange calcite. We're looking at their thoughts and feelings about you, and then what's blocking and helping in the connection. So let's start with their feelings for you. How do they feel about you? Anxiety. Yeah, you kind of stress them out a little bit. Yeah, 9 of Swords, and not in a particularly good way. I feel like you stress them out a little bit too much right now. It's really like they can't really handle it. It's funny, I just saw 33 because we're 33 seconds into this reading, and then we're on pile 33. So I feel like there's a reason, there's like a more divine reason why they are feeling this way. Let's look at their thoughts. I need time for me. Yeah. Okay, so they are expressing that they need some time. It really freaks them out to think about you, to address their feelings for you. Let's see, Queen of Pentacles. Okay. I do feel like they believe that you are a really ideal person to be in a relationship with, but they feel like you might be kind of in a better place than they are, not just in the relationship and handling the relationship, but also in life. Okay, so I'm going to pull a clarifier. News is on the way. So if you're wondering what's going on with this person, like, just know that they will let you know as soon as they know. Okay, I want to pull one more clarifier because it's like, what is going on here? Pale, time to get out of a situation. Okay, so this person, you know how they say like rejection is divine protection? I feel like they're freaking out. They might feel that you are a ideal partner to be with, that you're someone safe and loving and warm, but you create a lot of anxiety in them because I feel like you remind them of how they are not doing something right in their life, how they could be doing something better, or how they could be doing something like how they can be doing something like that's more authentic to them, that's doing the things the right way. I feel like you kind of remind them that there's something bad that they're doing. And that's why you're causing them so much anxiety. And like a lot. I don't mean just like, oh, like you kind of remind them of something bad that they did once in their life back in the day. No, you remind them of something actively going on in their life that they know is wrong, that they know is bad for them, and it takes up the majority of their thoughts throughout the day. Like, that's how severe it is. So it's not you, it's literally them. Because they see you in this really like grounded place. You're okay with who you are. You know, you're living life according to like how you believe it should be lived. Like, not even that, like you just might be like at a good place, like with your career, with your health, with your home, and they may not want to address something major like that in their own life. Like something in their career, their finances, their home, or their health, or their relationship with family members is totally out of whack. You trigger them. Okay, so let me just quickly see how you might be feeling and thinking about them before we go into the blocks. Okay, frustration. I feel like you're past the point of frustration with this person because like it's kind of like exhausting. Like you kind of understand a little bit like what they're dealing with. So you're kind of past the point of frustration. You might be a little bit burnt out from this connection. How are you feeling? Do you even care? Like, yeah, that came out in reverse. Like, do you even care? You're like, I don't even care. I don't even care anymore. Like, just stop. Like, I feel like you're a little bit burnt out. Like, it's kind of like, you know what? I had feelings for you and I cared for you and I was willing to be there for you and help you through this. And, you know, I saw the long-term potential. Like, I was willing to kind of stand by you and get through this and, like, see where we stand. Like, give us, like, a real chance and, like, you know, help you get through this and then figure out if we're compatible even after I help you get through that. Like, I was willing to do that much for you. Like, go above and beyond. But, like, you're a little bit too much. Like, you're not even talking to me. You're not even, like, you know, using me as a support system. Like, I don't even care anymore. Like, you're like, I understand you have things going on, but you're not, like, seeing things clearly. Like, you're not seeing me correctly. Like, I'm telling you, I can help you, be a friend. I can be whatever you need to help you get through this, and then we can figure out where we stand. But, like, you're not even doing that. You're like, what? Like, I'm literally being to you what I wish someone was, like, to me when I was in that situation, or if I were in that situation. Like, what else can I do for you? Like, it's exhausting you to just keep telling this person, like, I can help you, or I can be there for you, or don't worry about the connection, we, like, get through this for us. Like, you're exhausted even telling them over and over and over again, like that. Like, it's draining your energy just to be like, hey, I'm here for you. And then I feel like they're just being, like, rude, and they're yelling, or they're just like complaining about their life, and they're like, okay, yeah, open up, like, tell me, like, what's going on, like, how can I help? And then they just, like, forget about it, and then they ghost you, or like they're not, like, using you as a constant support system. Like, you're able to provide them stability in your support for them, but they're a little warped in their mind right now. Like, they can't see the stability and support you're offering them, because their life is so chaotic right now. They might even think that you're causing the instability in their life. Okay. All right. Let's go into what's blocking them in this connection. Temperance. Yeah, they do not have balance whatsoever. The thing is, like, oftentimes when you find yourself in this chaotic kind of situation and mindset, and you literally can't, like, see straight in anything in your life, you just need to find stability in one thing. You just need to ground and put your foot down in one thing, and then you'll naturally find more stability in the other areas of your life. So if your life is too much at a chaos, just find your footing in one small thing, and that will naturally bring the energy of stability into your own energy field, bringing it into all other areas. So, for example, if your work situation is going crazy, your relationship situations are going crazy, your money situation is going crazy, like, find stability in your diet or something, your meals. Find stability in, hey, every day at, this time, I'm just gonna read, or I'm just gonna, take a bath, or read a book, or watch a movie, or watch my show, or have some time for me, or whatever. Finding some small sense of stability can help tremendously with the chaos going on in the other parts of your life. So, like, they can't even see the stability that you bring, because they have nothing. They have no ground no foundation to kind of ground on. they're in utter chaos. I don't like this energy. Like, I don't like reading for, sorry, pile 33. I don't like reading for this person's energy. It's like not fun. I don't like it. But I will finish this reading. Okay, so what can be helping, what's blocking them? The Emperor, yeah. Yeah, everything is, like, the shit hit the fan. Like, everything is thrown out the window, out the door, like, everything. I feel like their whole, like, life is melting down. Like, they're melting down. That's the best way I can put it. I can't, no. Okay, let's just see what's helping them. Justice, balance would help. Temperance is all about also balance. Totally out of whack. What can help them? Balance, and anything. 7 of Pentacles. I feel like they can't even talk to you. Like, I feel like if they were to talk to you right now, it would just be a bunch of gibberish. Like, it would just make no sense. Just be a bunch of nonsense, because they don't even know what they believe. They don't even know their thoughts and feelings, their opinions on things. They can't even have, like, a coherent thought almost. They can't even finish a sentence without, like, second guessing themselves. It's that chaotic. At least for the people who are in the depths of this energy. Some of you might be connecting with someone who is not necessarily at this extreme, but kind of feeling like their life is a little bit out of balance, and it might be uncharacteristic for them. Like, they're someone who always has it together, and so now they're just kind of feeling a little bit off center. For some of you, it's not this extreme. Okay, I'm reading for the most extreme because I feel like those are the folks that need the most guidance here, spiritual guidance. So I feel like your person, pile 33, they need to find balance in little things. Like, do you know how I just mentioned, like, oh, just maybe getting into a balanced diet, maybe having, like, more of a schedule throughout the day. Like, okay, let me eat at this time, or, you know, this time is for fun and relaxing, and this time is for getting work done, and this time is to, like, you know, maybe check in with a friend, you know, like, they need some, like, stability, like, little things. Maybe every week they take a really relaxing bath, or, you know, go to a yoga class, or go to a pottery class, or they paint, you know, twice a week or something. Like, they need some structure, because they're gonna go crazy. Like, literally, they already are, if they don't have some sort of, like, little bits of things they can touch, like touch grass with, like touching stone. I'm getting, like, they need things, like, you know, when you're having a panic attack, like, you kind of, like, you're like, oh, 5 things that you can touch right now, 3 things that you smell, 2 things that you hear, things like that. Like, I feel like they're like having a panic attack, basically. Not, like, literally, but basically, like, as a metaphor, their life is like a big panic attack right now, and they need some, like, things to, like, touch base with, touch into, like, touching stones that kind of connect into reality and kind of calm them and focus them. It's really chaotic. I don't know, like, your person might have some mental health issues or something. Or if it's not that extreme, because there are people who pick this pile who are like, okay, my person is not that crazy, like, this doesn't seem like me. No, it could just be that your person is just temporarily feeling out of whack and questioning things in their life, and would really benefit with having some more scheduled activities, or a little bit more structures, or different kinds of activities in their life that they can do consistently to kind of help them through whatever they're going through. Maybe, you know, if you see your person kind of struggling, you might offer to help them look for maybe, like, a art class, or a workout class, or a hobby related class that they might be interested in, or going to walks with them, or, helping them with their groceries, or, inviting them over for dinner and stuff like that. When on days that they know it's going to be busy and hard for them, things like that might really, really help your person out right now. Okay, so what's blocking you in this connection? Queen of Pentacles. Look at that. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. So you're really in that Queen of Pentacles energy. And you're like, well, okay, the rest of my life is good, but my life isn't, I can't call it good if my relationship with you isn't good. Like, if my relationship, because I feel like I'm getting this as like someone that you're really strongly connected with in the physical. So whether you have been in a relationship with this person for a long time, you've been dating this person for a while, or you're living together, or you talk consistently, work together, whatever it is, I feel like you two are connected physically strongly. So you interact with each other physically often. I feel like you're like, yeah, my life might seem okay outwardly, work, money, friendships, whatever, family relationships, health, but I can't call it good if my romantic relationship is not doing well. Like, you're the cornerstone, I'm hearing. Clarification, Ace of Cups, yeah. You're kind of like, nothing's good in my life if you're not doing good. So you really care deeply for this person, and you're holding out your hand, and you're constantly thinking of ways to help them and restart this connection and say it's okay. And my back is like dying right now, like connecting to your energy, and it's connecting to my like lungs and my heart. You are exhausted. You are carrying the heavy load of this connection. I'm like, oh my god, it's not, I don't like this reading. Sorry, I'm sorry, pile 33, but the energy of this reading is not fun. I do not like it. Okay, but I'll continue because it seems important. Okay, it's backbreaking for you to constantly be giving and giving and giving emotionally to this person out of love that you love. It's literally throwing everything else out of whack for you. Okay, what can help you in this connection? Page of Swords. Decrease your communication with this person. I mean, they're even asking for space. I feel like they need to find some way to ground, and they're not listening to you. Obviously you've tried a ton. It's affecting you negatively now, like immensely. Very heavy burden. I can't even oh god, please don't put yourself through that pile 33. Like, this is not nice. This is not good. You shouldn't be taking that from anyone, even someone that you love. They obviously aren't listening to you, so they're gonna obviously only listen to themselves, and they obviously have to find their own way, because they're not, even though you have some good love, support, and advice for them, like, they're not listening. They have to find their own way. And so it's like Spirit's saying, like, you don't have to cut off communication completely, but minimize it as much as you can, because it's like affecting you and your health, like even physically, it's affecting your health physically. Yeah, Child of Cups. And cut off emotional support. Like, be there for them if they want to touch base with you communication wise, but don't even give them like a little bit of your heart and a little bit of your emotions. You need to replenish your own emotional health. Like, they are too much. They're taking too much. Like, it's time. So just be like, hey, how's it going? Cool, that's awesome. That's it. Small talk, elevator talk with them, as if they're just like a coworker you see once in a while and bump into. You literally need to bring it down to that level, otherwise they're gonna like demolish you. You're already feeling that effect. Don't get emotionally invested. Wait for them to kind of ground themselves, because they're going to bring you down with them. They're going to bring you down to the deep abyss, and then both of you are going to be in chaos, dark energies. Let them crawl out mostly by themselves. And then when they're grounded enough and are able to see you and what you are able to give to help them, they will let you know. You'll know. But right now they need to, this is something that they got to do on their own. And you should not fall into that deep dark abyss with them. Then both of you will be lost instead of just them. This is like emergency reading I'm getting, like emergency. All right, pile 33. Definitely didn't enjoy this reading. I'm sorry about that, but I hope this was very helpful. If it resonated, I really appreciate a like or comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 56, the Lepidoite. We're looking at their thoughts and feelings for you and what's blocking and helping this connection. So let's start with their feelings for you. Mystery. Okay, so this might be a huge question mark that you have in regards to this person, because they're not letting anything on. You might not know how they feel at all. It's completely, like, you're completely left in the dark in regards to how they feel about you. Interesting. And the Hanged Man, which is interesting because I feel like in reverse, the Hanged Man in reverse, it's funny because we see this moon here with the mystery card. It kind of reminds me of the moon card in the Rider-Waite Tarot. And then we have the moon here, and it's like literally you're on the moon looking at the earth. So I feel like it's out of body. It's almost like you can see yourself through their eyes. But you don't know how they feel about you. So trippy. Okay, what does that even mean? Let's look at their thoughts really quick. Definitely love the purple. Tons of purple. Okay. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Okay, wow. So it's funny because it feels like to them, it's such a huge gravitational pull to you. They feel like they're your satellite. They're constantly, like, you're what holds them to this world. Like, you are their everything. The world revolves around you. And they definitely have very strong feelings for you. How that manifests, you'll see. You are yet to see. I feel like you're still kind of left in the dark, and it's a huge mystery. It's like weird because you feel a strong, very powerful connection to this person, but you're like, do they feel it romantically? Do they feel it platonically? Do they feel it kind of like as a strong friendship, more than that, like a soulmate level friendship, soulmate level like sibling energy, soulmate level like mentor, teacher, student, protector energy? Like, what is this? What is this? Do they see it romantically or not? Like, I feel a strong, powerful bond, and you can tell that they feel it too, but it's like, but how would you describe us? Like, what are we to you? Okay, so I'm just gonna quick look at your thoughts and feelings. Illumination, yeah. I feel like this person really helped kind of clarify a lot of things in your life, like maybe the path, the direction you want to go in, how you identify in this lifetime with yourself, how do you see the world. They gave you a lot of good ideas. They got kind of definitely awakened you to many new concepts, and it's very exciting for you. So like you definitely feel the strong connection and bond with them. 2 cards came up. Okay. I hope you'll wait for me. So you're kind of like, you know, like, I'm kind of like waiting to see like what you think of this. Like, I'm kind of waiting around to see like if you'll take action or not, or if you'll say anything about how you feel. 7, I just dream and wish for everything. So you're hoping, you're like, oh, I can see us have, like, I know I have a powerful bond to you. I know you know that we have a powerful bond. I hope that means that you are going to take this connection and we're going to have everything, like the best. You're going to be my best friend. We're going to, like, you know, live together, have a romantic relationship, maybe even have kids or have a home together, even work together, maybe have a business plan, maybe do some charity work, like do some passionate project together. Like, I hope that's what you want. Like, you know, I hope that's what you've been kind of waiting to tell me. And distance, like, I feel some sort of distance, like they've been oh my god, why can I not say that word? Distancing themselves from you. When I choke on a word like that, it means it's something that's affecting me in my personal life usually. So I'll think about that later. But while we're in this reading, like, I feel like they've been purposely distancing themselves from you. And you're hoping that they were doing that in order to kind of figure things out and figure out what they want from you in life and stuff like that. Oh wow, so I do feel, wow, this is I have a question mark, like, on this connection. Like, there's definitely, undeniably a strong bond here. They definitely are very interested in you. There's like a gravitational pull to you. They can't separate. They're constantly going to be around you and your energies. And you're hoping that, like, they choose to have more experiences and moments in life with you rather than less. But you're kind of waiting on them to kind of figure out what it is that they want with you, hoping that the space that they've taken from you was to kind of figure that out, and that they'll come back, that they've, you know, that you waited for them for a reason. Oh, this has got to be frustrating, but also enlightening and wonderful to have someone that you're that strongly bonded with. Oh wow, what an interesting connection. Okay, so let's see what is blocking this connection. From their side. 4 of Wands, marriage. Okay, so I feel like they are totally not into, like, the modern ways of connecting yourself to another person. So they might not be really interested in a typical relationship. They might not be interested in marriage or certain religious or cultural practices. They might be more simpler in that way, or they might resonate with more like ancient ways of practicing those kinds of tradition of marriages, weddings, relationships. They might be a free soul, free spirit. Maybe there's someone who's like, I got so much love to give. I can't just, you know, hunker down with one person, you know, like, you know, not everyone agrees with that, but, you know, some people, they are meant for that lifestyle. I don't think your person is, though, because let's see, let's get a clarification. Ace of Pentacles. Ooh. No, quite the opposite. Okay, so they might have had a lot of lifetimes already living that, like, very hippie, you know, bohemian style of, I got a lot of love to give, you know, like, let's all share lovers, let's all share love, you know, like they might have had too many lifetimes of that. And so their block is committing, is marriage, is living with that person in one home together under one roof in a committed, monogamous, traditional, or more traditional kind of commitment relationship. Committed relationship, yeah. And listen, like that can happen. You don't have to like live in a suburb, you know, and you know, keep up with the Joneses. Like you could definitely have that same kind of structure, but you can live out in the middle of nowhere in a yurt, you know, homesteading or whatever. You can kind of make it your own. I feel like that's what they struggle with. It's kind of making marriage and living with their partner their own. Like they don't think they have freedom in that. There's so much freedom in that. You can be completely creative in how you want to have a committed relationship. Everyone has their preferences and their boundaries and what works for them. I think they fail to see that. They are meant to do that in this lifetime. They are meant to have a committed, monogamous, loving, harmonious partnership, marriage even, but figuring out a way that works for them in their own creative, individualistic way that also, you know, collaborates with you or collaborates with, you know, the partner. Okay, so what is helping them in this connection? Queen of Cups. They're definitely understanding the strength and value of the divine feminine, of feminine qualities. They are definitely seeing the value of why the feminine energy is worth protecting and encouraging and nurturing and listening to, respecting it, listening to it, and incorporating it into your daily lives and your long-term goals, even your business practices, whatever. Intuition, feminine qualities can only enhance every aspect of your life. You know, you just have to start thinking that way. So I feel like they're starting to think that way, and that's wonderful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to see, especially someone who might have had unhealed masculine energy or only saw things in a more masculine, physical way. 8 of Pentacles. I'm getting that the way that they are introducing more feminine energy into their life is through work. They're seeing the value of how feminine qualities can help them at work, help them in their business, help them with their projects at home, even their personal projects. They're realizing the value of listening to their own feminine side, their own feminine intuition and ideas and inklings, but also that of others. This is good. This is really good. Yeah, because with the wands and the pentacles here, it's like they were very more physically oriented, and they have such a deep part of them that they didn't know how to access. I feel like this person is very highly spiritual. They were just dumbfounded. Dumbfounded, is that the right? Confounded. I'm getting both. Like they were confounded because they have this huge part of them. They're deeply spiritual, very old soul. High level of mastery from all the experiences of past lives and the knowledge and the wisdom and their ability to access the divine source energy and their abilities is very profound. They might have not particularly unlocked it though, or figured out how to connect to it. So it really just annoyed them and angered them. But then they're also very extremely dumbfounded at how, like, that kind of information. You might have illuminated that for them. And they are, like, amazed by you and the kind of spiritual wisdom and feminine wisdom that you have here. I definitely feel that they are the more masculine energy in this pile. You're the more feminine energy, or you just have more healed feminine energy within you. You've incorporated it well into your being, because I do feel like the most spiritual of us all has both the healed masculine and feminine qualities equally within us. And so I do find like you astonish them with kind of the wisdom and information that you have with your feminine and your spiritual side. Whether you're male or female. And so they're annoyed by you, so they took space, but they're interested in you so much that they kind of, satellite you. They don't keep their they might be at a distance from you, but they don't keep their distance from you energetically. Not at all. No, they're constantly in your energy. Yeah, so I'm getting that. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. So like they have this part of them. It's like a very big part. Like the piece of the pie that they're looking at is like 10-20% maybe at most. There's like 90% of them that is this like mysterious spiritual side. And you help them unlock it. They don't really know how to connect to it or make sense of it or use it. They don't know how to use it yet, practice it. But they started to recently with their work stuff, with their career, with their projects, that kind of stuff. They're like physical projects, right? The things that they're physically working on. And they're making leaps and bounds. They're making progress in leaps and bounds in regards to that. Wow. Okay, so what is blocking you in this connection right now? Page of Swords. Okay. So if you're connecting to them too often energetically, it's not allowing them to satellite you closer. So like I feel like for example, like you're this like Earth, right? And they're the moon going around you, and they have incentive to get closer to you and gravitate towards you and be in your energies more, because they're curious about this part of them that you unlock and you remind them of. But if you're constantly going to the moon, like they have no reason, they're gonna move further back. You're kind of moving back their trajectory unintentionally. So they're still around you, but a little bit further away. Every time you kind of, bump them out like a little bit more, a centimeter, another centimeter. And so if you stop connecting to their energies, they're naturally going to gravitate towards you. They naturally have the inclination to do that. So Spirit is kind of just saying like, hey, give them some space. You're such a beautifully curious and intellectual person, so talented, so skilled, and so you're never bored. You have so many interests that you are curious about and follow up, and like maybe give them some space energetically and watch things change. Okay, yeah, 9 of Pentacles. It would be very beneficial for you to kind of focus on yourself and your own life. I know it seems like an egotistical thing to do and counterintuitive, but right now, if you can focus on your wealth, your finances, your health, I'm not getting so much career. I mean, yeah, that would be kind of interesting, but specifically your money, your material things, your health, your beauty, your looks and stuff. You know, things that you wear, enjoying your days. Because I'm not getting, like, usually with Pentacles, I would get home and career as well, but I'm not getting that. I'm specifically getting your health, your money, your looks, and spending time having fun throughout your day, doing physical things, spending money on things that you like, and spending money on things that activities that you want to do, vacations, even going out for a little excursion, a day trip. Also doing some budgeting and financing, in your finances, like just keeping a focus on money, health, looks, and having fun. Those are the main 4 things I'm getting. Okay, and then in terms of what is helping you in this connection right now. 9 of Wands. Yeah, with the 9-9 connection there, I'm like, the Spirit is getting like, don't worry, like they're close, they keep close, they're going to be closer soon. The Strength card, yeah. That's like, see, that's where I got the ego, the self, and the other. I'm getting it's going to be super beneficial for you to have the strength to think about them less, connect with their energies less, even maybe not look up tarot card readings with them, or even look at their like social media page at all, or as much as you can decrease that, that'd be best. Even unless you're in communication with them, like if they reach out to you, they want to talk to you, they on the phone, through messages, like whatever, that's fine. But I feel like most of you don't have this connection. Like I feel like it's little to no communication for most people in this group. And so I'm getting, if that's the case, like right now it'd be a perfect time to kind of focus on other things. It'd be super, 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 super helpful to have the strength to do that, to focus on yourself, and those like more physical, egotistical things, as some people would describe them. But this is a really healthy reason to do that. And it's not just for them, it's for like other reasons too, like probably other spiritual things, inner work that you're doing right now or completing right now, because you're completing it. I'm getting you're completing a lot of things. So the advice, the spiritual advice that came through for you is not just pertaining to romantic relationships, but probably for other inner work that you've been doing recently too. Because I'm getting you concluding a lot of things. You're concluding a lot of inner work. And then what was the last thing I want to say? Something about time frame, but like we have like 3, 7, and then 11. The 56 equals 11. So I'm getting 8, 1, 9, 9, 8, 9, and 1. 189, 189. So I looked up 189 on Joanne's Sacred Scribes, and it mentions that like the work that you're doing is the work on just focusing on your physical stuff, specifically just you, not like everyone else, not your friends, your family, your coworkers, your job, like this and that. Just focusing literally on the physical things in your life, in your personal life. You know, if you have children, of course, take care of them. If you have family, whatever, responsibilities, whatever. But I'm saying that you are being called to focus on the physical things in your life. Your money, your material things, your health, and your looks. And enjoying things physically in your life. These are the things that you're being asked to look into, because it's going to bring in your romantic love, obviously, but also I'm getting like, try not to help too many other people, because you might be like someone who's like a light worker, who's already doing like your service to others, you like to help others, but you're getting an upgrade in terms of your passion and purpose in life. So that's why Spirit's like, okay, just focus on you and your physical things in your life. Mentally, just kind of cut everything else off. helping others, what other people are up to. And it might sound counterintuitive, but that's because you need to cut off that energy because you're being upgraded in those things. So if you have light work or service to others that you're doing, that's going to be upgraded. That's why you're being cut off right now. If you have things that you're doing that you're passionate about, you're creative in, your creative projects and stuff like that, that's being kind of cut off. So that can have an upgrade. If you're seeing something being cut off in terms of your work, your career, that's being cut off, so that can be upgraded. And what's the other thing? Your romantic love, if you see it's like stagnation and nothing's happening and like something's weird and off, even the energies, even the telepathic messages, it's being cut off, that is so it can be upgraded. And because we're focusing on, they're saying just you and literally the physical things around you, your body, your looks, your health, and then like the things that you do for fun. Those are the only things that you're concentrating on, because everything else is being upgraded, and those things are like very, very important, right? So you're literally just getting yourself ready for these parts of your life to be upgraded. Plus, you don't seem like the person who just kind of like slacks in life. You're a go-getter, you're a hard worker, you're a light worker or a starseed, you're a spiritual leader. You're someone who helps people and does things and follows your dreams and follows your passion. So it's kind of like you're the person who someone needs to say like, hey, you want to take a break and have some fun? You want to focus on yourself? You know, you're someone who needs to be reminded by your fellow light worker that like, maybe it's time to focus on yourself. You'll be so much better off for it, and everything in your life will have a chance to upgrade with you just chilling out. And I'm getting 3 months. Give it 3 months, all right? So I hope you enjoyed your reading, Beautiful Pile 56. If you did, I really appreciate a like or comment. It helps me out a lot. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light.